Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Ryan Tyler Palmer, and we are selling Hayvard Saint comic books. We have the proofs in hand. The mailing list is live now on Indiegogo. You can sign up at the link that's left in the description below. And a lot of interesting things happening in comics. I think the times are changing. Um, Times are definitely changing. I think normal people are becoming more aware of what's going on in our entertainment. There's a lot of dirty business. I think that corporations, although they're providing most of the entertainment, um, I think that they're mishandling a lot of IP. I think there's a lot of unnecessary overhead. I'm a firm believer that we need visionaries George Lucas created Star Wars originally, was a visionary, had a singular vision and an idea, and then that worked out pretty well until the corporation got hold of it, and then it went to complete shit. So we've seen this happen time and time again, seeing our favorite IPs changed, and for the worse. I'm fine with a good adaptation, but you know. So this baby's done, and I've got the proof in hand here from Author Books. This is my startup. We're fully seed funded. This is the first issue, Hayvard Saint 8, titled For Us. FORUS is the acronym for Federal Offensive Responders US. It's an acronym. It's an acronym that means it's for us, for only the cool kids. That's what it means, and also to a lesser extent for nerds like us. So for people who want good books, and that's what you're gonna get. Cool foil cover too. I'm not sure if we're gonna add those to the campaign. This is just a mailing list. We could expand on this book, and we'll offer some variants potentially. We've got some very cool content, and all the original art for the book by Andre Lunatic is also available. What's going on with Eric Jul-AI? He's making a ton of money. You can tell he's doing very well because JDA is latched on to his underbelly like a remora eel, slithering between what those news sites that let him write for them and Eric Jul-AI's soft underside, soft exposed underside, and so Eric Jul-AI he has what he calls detractors, and I don't think they're in the same sense as detractors for normal people. Apparently, they're all retarded because they don't agree with him. So as we've seen him try to say, this is my Twitter. I'm logged in, and I'm finding stuff from fans. I found an entire thread that was full of people that were arguing, not even healthy debates or arguments about story. They were arguing how many parts or whether it was a multi-part series. And I think the reason why they were arguing this is because people who read it are having trouble understanding exactly what the story is, or if it's they can't decide if it's even a coherent story. I think that's a problem when we're talking about, and you could ask, why do I care? Why do I care? If I don't care, why don't I just go on and do my books and let other people do their thing, man? I'm gonna just let you all just do your thing. Well, no, fuck that, because we're all independents and we all have to publish potentially the same backers. And I'm an advocate for backer confidence. And you make us all look bad, man, when you're doing shit like this, putting out books like this and people can't decide if you can write a coherent story or not. And I can tell you why I believe this way. I went to a convention and I talked with the creator of The Crow, who was there at a show that I was doing. We went outside and had a cigarette together. We were talking about independent, and this was years ago, back when print-on-demand technology was first emerging, and I'd already published my first book. I was very new. Um, and James Obar said that he tried some MD out. He wanted to be optimistic about it, and the stuff that he had read was poorly done, and so it spoiled it for him. Wasn't he was shy about taking a chance on new books, and so this is what you're going to see happening in a decline, and especially now in a recession. Um, if backers not having confidence, it's going to be very hard on new indies emerging, and established indies even, who have books coming out. People are going to be less apt to spend their money on indie books, I think, unless you're very trusted with them. But it makes it very hard for new ideas to be presented into the community when, and even more so when like popular YouTubers are shilling this kind of shit to people, making claims that this is going to save the industry. This is going to save comics, and it's not. You're going to read it and be disappointed, and if you pretend you like it, it's not helping anybody but Eric July. That's why criticism is very important. It helps everybody get better, and I hope he does get better, and I hope he does well. It has nothing to do with jealousy or with money or with those things that people say, but dishonesty in the independent space is bad for all of us, and that's just a fact. And I want to call it out because I'm an advocate for backer confidence, and I want people to know that I'm not down with that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put out trash. So I mean, everybody says that, but I'm willing to say the unpopular thing, for what say something that's unpopular that I believe in, because we want to be quality, and I'm for quality, and I'm for you guys, and I'm for us. And so then there's also shit like this going on here. Um, I see the stuff getting posted online. Let me take a look at this. Oh, it'll take you around the checkpoints. Yeah, it'll take you to all the checkpoints, I guess. Um, so there's these word salads that keep turning up, and if you've heard Eric July stream, you probably know that English is his strong point, but Um, aside from the word salad, a fan pointed this out, and this is very strange here. I don't think artists accidentally draw like elevator panels in the middle, floating in midair. I haven't worked with any artist that would do anything like that. And I think when you're coloring, the lighting doesn't tend to go this way either. And these fans pointed this out. I picked this up from a detractor, which is how these guys are dismissed. But this implicates something much worse, I think, than mere inexperience or poor books. This, especially where there's people that are streaming together in the circle and are advocating for artificial intelligent art. Uh, you got to wonder if corners are being cut on edits. That's bullshit. If corners are being cut on production, even, and having cutting out pencils and inks and having dudes color and touch up, use Photoshop to touch up artificially produced comic panels, could be. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but people are presenting this from their book that they purchased. It raises a red flag for sure about people cutting corners on production, and what it means for independent comics, what it means for the customer, and what you're purchasing, and the value of getting hand-drawn art and getting quality books. It's very important, and people are going to talk about it. I'm sorry if you feel like it's detracting from what you're trying to do. I don't think that everybody owes you to pretend that your book's good. I didn't buy it because the premise was stupid and I didn't like the designs. But they greenlit them. That's what they want to do. Everybody's allowed to do the stories they want to do. This kind of shit is absolute trash, in my opinion. So yeah. So mailing list is live for Hayvard Saint 8, Federal Offensive Responders U.S. Division. We have a wonderful lineup. We've got some of the best in the biz. We've got Ed Greenwood, who created Forgotten Realms, on staff as official editor. He compared Hayvard Saint's 8 scripting to a sequential symphony written by an old master. This guy knows fantasy. His work has had more adaptations than the Kardashian sisters, so this dude would know. He's been publishing for 50 years. We've got Bart Sears who did a special tribute piece for us. We've got Darius from his last work. Absolute masters in their craft. Andre Lunatic nailed this project. As you can see, the artwork holds up all the way in. Beautifully hand-drawn artwork. We have all of the originals from Andre as well that came in from Moscow a few months back. He was a Russian native. He had to have the script translated to do this, and he was, I would say, 98% script accurate. And so we only had a few little things that we had to touch up that were differences as far as lost through the translation. But otherwise, he's a masterful storyteller and artist. And as you can see, this artwork is absolutely beautiful, and we have a great expression here for you. Sign up for Author Bomb Books, Hayvard Saints 8, Federal Offensive Responders. This is my startup, and we're fully seed funded. We are not going anywhere. We're going to do this origin series for you all. We have 3 more campaigns planned. This first one's going to be collector's edition. Don't miss out on it, because I'm never going to print this version again. As a collector, this is going to be your only chance to get this first printing. And so we're going to pull it. We might not even use the cane and white cover going down the road. Leave that exclusive to the campaign. We haven't decided, but we're going to pull the bonus artwork, and we might do a basic printing version later, but it will not be the deluxe collector's edition. So make sure that you sign up, and in a month we will make this available to you on Indiegogo. So thank you very much for joining. If you were watching today, we're going to be doing more streaming throughout the campaign. We're going to be talking more about indie comics, and we're going to be bringing guests on and doing hangouts. So so make sure that you hit the like and subscribe. And this is Ryan Tyler Palmer, your inexorable word nerd, signing off. Peace.